All right, September 17th. So, I'm sure Rockstar Games is going to talk about it, but Grand Theft Auto 5 is 12 today. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a preteen. So, it'll start puberty at some point. I'm just playing. But for real, though, Grand Theft Auto 5 is 12 years old today. Like, that is wild how much time flies, man. You know, like I remember being in middle school when I heard about it. I seen the trailer in 2012, 2011. But then more trailers came out, obviously, when I was in middle school. And I thought, fuck, man. I don't have a PlayStation or an Xbox. This blows, you know, and I can't play it. Because at the time, I wasn't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto growing up. I wasn't allowed to start playing Grand Theft Auto until I turned like 13. Until I became a teenager. I remember that birthday. I got Grand Theft Auto the year after it came out. I remember that. It was still booming. So, it sucks because so, I'll come back to the Grand Theft Auto story in a bit. Also, it's been a week since Charlie Kirk has died. Again, rest in peace, brother. I'm not going to be talking about him as much anymore. I mean, it's sad, but, you know, time's got to move on, but it's been a week. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's been 2 weeks since he's been gone, or a month he's been gone. Maybe a year, but, you know, I'm not going to count every day that Charlie Kirk's been gone now. You know, they already did the funeral for him. I don't know what the hell to believe. People are making theories about the killer, but I think the guy did it. You know, but everyone's always making some government theories. I think the JFK theory, they're genuinely hiding something for sure. But the Charlie Kirk one, it's still fresh and new. So who the fuck really knows, you know? But people have minds to see shit like that. Like, I noticed things too, but I didn't care to really think anything about them. I thought no exit wound was weird, and I thought, no, you know, they're saying he had a bulletproof vest on, which I didn't see he had a bulletproof vest on. But again, it could have been under his t-shirt. Like, who knows? The two guys behind him doing the hand signals, I think they were just doing sign language, but why? I don't know. I thought that was weird too. You know, people are saying that this shooter is not experienced in this and that. He's, you know, I wouldn't doubt he's a leftist. He was, oh, it wants me to go straight this time. Oh, okay. All right, I'll go straight. I'm just not going up Canyon. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit again. Yesterday, going home from Canyon Road made me 3:30, get home at 4:30, man. Like, it says it's the fastest route, but it's the most bullshit thing. Like, you know, like, it's not fast because I'm fucking at home at 4:30 when I could have gone home through the back roads and been there by 4:15, you know what I mean? Like it wastes my time. But since I left a little late today, I left at like 7:45, 7:46. It says I'm going to get there at 7:20. I'm going to have to park on the other parking lot this time because there's more open parking. I'm not going to waste time trying to find a spot at the main parking area. Unless I spot it while driving, then I'm going to go try to snag it. But if I don't, then I'm going to have to go and park on the south side, which I don't want to do, but you know, you got to do what you got to do before I'm late. So, but anyway, that and on Freeform, I don't know if Freeform is on all cable networks like Dish and AT&T. I assume so. I actually think it is. They're already doing 31 Days of Halloween trailers and stuff like that. Commercials, not trailers, commercials. 31 Days of Halloween. Disney started doing Halloween commercials back in July. Like they're already on top of that shit. And yeah, Halloween is a month and a half away now, so it's just like crazy. My birthday is in 11 days. I'll be 24. Lord willingly, I'll make it there. And I say that because tomorrow is never promised. You know what I mean? Tomorrow is never promised. And, I make mistakes. And, it's... Some of them are just hard to shake. I'll admit. Some of them are just hard to shake. So God forgive me for that. I pray that now because it's just like, it's true. Tomorrow is never promised, man. To think I'm almost 24 years old, it's just like, I really got to start having that mindset of being prepared for, whatever will happen. You never know. You never know, But I thank God for all thank you, Jesus, for all He's done. And I just gotta get that mindset going. But anyway, I don't know why I thought that it's true though, it's hard times. Getting older is definitely getting harder, that's for sure. So, yeah, But anyway, Charlie Kirk's week, Halloween commercials, Grand Theft Auto 5, and then work. I guess I'll, yesterday at work was okay. It was good for the most part. I fucked up at the end because another annoying thing, and I get it, all places do this, and I totally get it, I'm not mad about it. I was annoyed about it at first, but, sometimes I tend to cuss at work. Wow, really? You tend to cuss? Wow, sometimes? Yeah, really, huh? So, I forgot to brush my teeth this morning. Shit. I knew I forgot something. It just dawned on me that I forgot. Whoops. I'm pretty good with being on top of it. My hygiene, though. I just forgot this morning. I was thinking about the food that we had yesterday, man. Oh my gosh, that food was so freaking good, dude. They had some bomb food yesterday, man. So this week is it's called EVS or something. It's some kind of housekeeper, janitor appreciation week or something like that. And they bring food every day, free food every day. So, ka-chow, because, the same old mac and cheese and fucking granola bites can definitely be annoying after a while. I don't bring fridge food because I don't want to have to run all the way across the hospital to get to the fridge. And half the time they're doing stuff in that break room where the fridge is. So, I don't know why they even have it in there if they're constantly training people or having meetings or whatever, it's annoying. But anyway, that's why I don't like doing fridge food. I try to avoid being in that area as much as possible. You know what I mean? I try to avoid being in the break room area. I try to avoid all those areas as much as I can. So, yeah, with that being said, though, motocross. But yeah, yesterday, besides the food that I had, they did it really late. I had an extended lunch a little bit because they had a shit ton of food yesterday, man. They had freaking chicken. I had a big old piece of chicken, a small Subway sandwich. They bought Subway for everyone, ham and turkey. They had, oh sweet, it doesn't want me to go up to Canyon. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. They had that jelly noodles, that Asian jelly noodles. I don't remember what it's called, but that was so good. They had kimchi. That was really good. They had fruits, strawberry, grapes, shit like that. That was obviously really good too. And then they had, what else did I have? They had Caesar salad. It was a potluck. So I was like, oh, wow, That's awesome, man, I got to give it to the hospital for that. I still don't want to be there anymore, but I got to give it to them for really trying, But today, I don't know what they're having today. All I know is next Thursday, I looked at their schedules for what foods they have during the next couple weeks. Next Thursday, they're having barbecue rib sandwich. I'm going back for that shit again. I'm going back for that. That's the only food I'm going to buy at the hospital. I need to keep it leashed, though, because I need to keep that leashed, because I don't want to be overdoing it with food. You know what I mean? I gotta keep the resistance on buying food there, because I ain't got the money for that shit. But like I said, my mother's going into debt consolidation, which is really sad to have to do that. But man, dude, we're getting strangled with these credit cards, man. But we did it to ourselves, man. We did do it to ourselves. But I'm not giving up on my stuff, But Mom's gonna help me get my shit down. It's just really sad that it has to come to that. Because we're so strangled with money and credit card debt and all that stuff. It's not even funny, man. I'm fucking done with credit cards after this shit. I'll probably keep one or two of them, but, and then that's it. Keep the bigger ones, but, I don't even want the bigger ones, actually, I want my own money to do whatever I want freely, you know what I mean? But yeah, I done fucked myself with a lot of that stuff. And I love this car, but the payments are so bad with this car too. It's not even funny. But I knew what I signed up for. It was mainly to save my mom out of being in the debt with the car. So her credit could go up, but didn't make much of a difference after that, so. But yeah, work was okay. It just was a little bit later of a lunch. And like I said, at the end of the day, I was talking about 1 year for Halloween. I've always wanted to run around chasing people with the chainsaw. Not an actual, a chainsaw, but take the chain off, you ever seen those videos where people, are in haunted houses and they chase people with the chainsaw? It's a real thing. It's a real thing. People do it, but it's just I've always wanted to try that myself. And Kyle was like, no, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. You'll get in trouble. And I'm like, no, you won't. I've seen people do it all the time. I've been around long enough, damn it. I've been around long enough, to know. And I was telling him about this guy. We grew up in my Uncle Dan's neighborhood. Every year we used to go to my uncle's neighborhood, old neighborhood, and they had a haunted house in the corner, their own haunted house, and the guy would run around chasing people with the chainsaw. And I was telling him his wife was an asshole. That's what I told him. I was like, his wife snitched on me and was an asshole when I worked with her at Spirit Halloween. She fucking really told them that I called the manager a bitch. So I guess Miriam, the fun-loving, super fun at parties manager, told Kyle to tell me to stop or something. And I was just like, I don't care, dude, blah, blah, blah. I was pretty bitter about it, because it's just like, don't tell me what to say and what not to. But at the same time, in reality, I get it. You don't want to be cussing at the workplace. You don't want to be cussing at all. It's not good for anybody, and I'll own up to that. It's hard not to cuss, but I was brought up on cussing all the time, so it was just like it's kind of stuck on you, and it's hard to get rid of. That's why I try to stop in my videos, but sometimes it'll slip out, or I just don't even think about it at the time, But yeah, that was yesterday. It was peaceful with no Jeannie. Jeannie really upset the hell out of me on Monday, but again, I already explained that in yesterday's video. So I had a dream about this house right here. I don't know why. Yeah, I had a dream about that old house. But anyway, yeah, that's it, really. Just shit, just had a good day yesterday. Went home, played my N64. Played Super Mario 64 for a while, and Tecmo Bowl on the Switch. They were watching TV, so I never really play it handheld. I always play it on the TV, but I've been wanting to play it handheld for a while, so I played it handheld. And, just dinked around with that for a while, a couple hours or so, and then I got bored, and I put it away, and then, yeah, I just hung out. The issue that I have at home, though, we have these fucking gnats everywhere. We got these flies flying around everywhere. These stupid ass gnats, man. So we're dealing with gnats. So we have cups of vinegar just hanging out on our table, to kill the gnats. And I'm gonna be real. That smell fucking makes me sick. That vinegar smell makes me so sick. Like, ugh. I can't even go to the kitchen without gagging. I went to take the garbages out, and oh my God, that smell was so foul, man. That vinegar smell was so foul. Oh, I was just like, I thought it was the garbages, like, rotting. Like, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? And then I saw the cups, and I was like, oh, so that's what's stinking up the kitchen. But the gnats like it, apparently. And I guess the whole point is for them to fall in and try to drink it and drown. I guess that's the whole hope. I guess that's the whole plan for the gnats, is to cause them to drown. So, but yeah, anyway, to conclude this video, finally I have the week, 11 more days till my birthday. I'll make a separate video about the Grand Theft Auto 5 story, because it goes back a long time. So, but yeah, already in Spanaway driving through. It's a new work day. Jeannie's not with us again. She's with us tomorrow, but she's not with us again. Dude, I would hate for the day to blow up on her. I really don't want to blow up on Jeannie, but that girl is getting on my nerves. And she's getting on Deb's nerves too, but she's getting on Kyle and David's nerves too. So she's not favored by anybody there, which, even Deb, who has supposedly more patience than the rest of us. But anyway, check out part 2.